Hey yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy Aceox, and I'm back. I'm back with another reaction. This time I'm going to react to Horror in Non-Horror Games by Zerk. Once again, another Zerk reaction. I'm hyped up. I'm excited. I like horror in non-horror games because I think that's how horror is the most effective. Horror works really great when you don't expect it, you know? And if you play a horror game, you know what to expect. Sort of, you're already on edge, you're prepared, you know what's going to happen. But in non-horror games, you don't expect it to happen at all. And then it gets you. It gets you real good. So I like this. And I'm excited to see some examples. Hopefully something I don't know already, but from the thumbnail, I think I already do know them. But who cares? It's Zerk! It's Zerk. He makes good videos, and even if I know everything he's gonna talk about, it's still gonna be entertaining as hell. So I'm excited, and I hope you're excited too. Yeah! So, without further yapping, before we get into the video, like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by Zerk. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell him, "Get that horror out of my non-horror games, bitch! What is wrong with you, man? Sucking dick? Eating shit? Damn. Not cool. Hashtag not cool. I came here to jizz and not to fucking shit my pants, bitch. Rhymes. I'm a fucking rapper." Tell him that. And obviously subscribe to him. He deserves it. He makes some good videos, as we know already. Yeah. And yeah, I think without any more yapping, I scrolled up and zoomed out for you. Here we go.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today,
hello Zerk.
Something oddly specific. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Playing Red Dead Redemption 1 on your Xbox 360. You find this abandoned mansion and you decide to walk in. You hear weird footsteps. You hear people talking in the walls. This is an example of
cozy
a scary moment in a non-horror game. So sit back and relax.
That's not scary.
Examples.
You wanna know what's scary? My face when I wake up. Being all like... That is scary. Yeah, everything else is cozy. Very chill, very jerking my asshole. So if we ain't talking about how my face is scary when I wake up, then we ain't talking at all. Alright, bet.
And leave your examples in the comments. I'm really curious to hear. So
I already told you, Zerk.
Category is just gonna be Rockstar games. I don't know what their issue is.
Okay.
They just love to put creepy shit in their game when they don't have to do that. It's one of the reasons actually why I love Rockstar games. And
yeah, me too.
There's a heap ton of scary things in that game. You know what?
I haven't played it yet, unfortunately.
Let's just call it a horror game. Let's just call it what it is. But we're just gonna get into some specifics for this video. The first specific I talked about in the intro, the Haunted Mansion. So I remember being a kid and there was a shootout at this mansion, I'm pretty sure, in one of the missions. And after this mission, I knew there was something off-putting about this mansion. It was so quiet. You could hear people talking even though nobody was there anymore. And there was just this really eerie vibe with it. So after thinking this, I decided to explore the possibility that maybe other people have thought this as well. So I looked it up on YouTube. And that's where I found my obsession for the next 2 months. I would watch so many investigation videos on this haunted mansion in Red Dead. Late at night, iPod Touch 4th generation, just watching these videos all night. I would follow along in the comments, like if someone would find something new that no one else, and it was all bullshit, dude.
That's really interesting. That's what I did with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You know, the Bigfoot mystery and generally urban legends and myths about the game. And I used to watch a YouTuber. I don't know who it was, but he made videos of him exploring all these games, also like Bully and stuff like that. Now that I think about it, mostly Rockstar games. Yeah, they put a lot of horror into their games for some reason, even though they're not horror games. But yeah, and he just went to the locations where the myths were supposedly located at and explored it and went, did some ghost hunting and stuff like that, but inside a video game. It was really cool. And at the end, he gave a rating of how likely it is that the myth is true or not. And yeah, I really binge watched his videos, but I can't remember what his name was, so yeah, haven't seen any of his videos in a long time, unfortunately, but that was some good stuff. I think Rockstar Games That's a mouthful. Like a mouthful of jizz. No? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a little too excited there. I don't know what it is, but their games have this really strange atmosphere to them, you know? Where if you turn off the video game music and stuff like that and just walk through places in any Rockstar game, basically, it can be really creepy, but also strangely cozy at times. Depends, of course. If you walk at night through a forest in GTA San Andreas, then that's creepy. That's creepy. Like it's so quiet, the ambience is barely there, and there's no music and stuff like that. But then there's also like this exploration aspect when you, explore the different hoods and stuff like that in GTA San Andreas again, and that can be kind of chill, as long as you're not being shot at by rival gang members and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what it is about Rockstar games, but they make some really, really interesting experiences I haven't had in any other games that are, not by Rockstar games. How many times did I say games in just a short time frame? Someone tell me. I need to be stopped. But yeah, I think Rockstar games are really cool. Yeah. They make some really good games, and for some reason, exploring just the worlds in their games can be chilling, but also chilling as in chill. Yeah, like, I'm chilling, bro. What's up with you? Squad fam? For real, no cap. On guard? What's up with you, bitch? Yeah.
Like someone was like, yeah, I saw like a little girl sitting in the corner, and then she disappeared into a cloud of smoke, and I ate that. I ate that stuff up. I would investigate it all the time.
Me too, back then.
Multiplayer and try to investigate it with my friends. It was a good time. But yeah, it just turned out that there were some NPCs stuck in the walls of the building, and that was really it. Next one is GTA 4. So GTA 4 does have a lot of creepy things in it as well. So the first thing I can think of is the Statue of Liberty, how it actually had a heartbeat. It was like a little Easter
I never thought that it was really creepy.
And then the other one,
I thought it was kind of cool.
Rat Man. So the Rat
the Rat Man.
Rat part man living inside the subway of Red Dead. Red Dead? Nice. Living inside
GTA
the
4
of Liberty City. Just like basically everything else, this just turned out to just be like bullshit. But I love these things. I also investigated for Ratman. It was just a homeless dude that was down there. There was like a video that someone released that was so clearly fake and not real. Also in Red Dead, there was like this thing about a horse lady. It was just
there was a glitch very early in the game's release, where the animals for some reason were replaced with the human NPC characters and stuff like that. So you had like a snake man. He had the animations of the snake and stuff like that, but it was the body of a man. It was a really strange bug, and it's so sad that they patched it out like immediately, because that there's a Birdman that flaps his arms and stuff like that and flies off. That shit is fucking hilarious, man. How the hell does even something like that happen? That must have been a huge oversight. But that's hilarious. I remember that. God damn it.
Dude who was riding a horse that just turned out to have like a lady skin on it or something, but took that in such a far direction that they were like, yeah, that's a demon, bro. But yeah,
really?
Man, it's not real.
Unfortunately.
It's just a fun little creepypasta within GTA 4. Yeah. And then the most infamous.
Bigfoot.
I mean, everyone knows this.
Hell yeah.
Bigfoot inside of San Andreas. I'm almost certain that it came out that there actually literally was no Bigfoot at all in San Andreas. But
but they planned.
Don't believe it. To this day, call me a Bigfooter. I believe he's still somewhere in that game. The only things on YouTube are just like fake videos with the old X-Files theme song on it that I would play for you. It's an absolute banger, but I will get copyrighted into the dirt. This one,
don't do it, man.
Favorite of mine, all the old San Andreas clips. Oh my gosh. It is so nostalgic looking back at like the Fraps footage and just like the really bad
Bandicam and stuff like that.
I loved every second of it. To me, that was the peak of content on YouTube at the time. It's
hell yeah, I agree.
Like, you have to make a Mr. Beast level video these days, but back in the day, you put Bigfoot and San Andreas in the title, your video gets a million views. There were a lot of other
that's what I liked about old YouTube. It was basically broadcast yourself, but now it's just have money and a lot of the editors and stuff like that, and actors and got them stages you built and stuff like that. And even then, you're not guaranteed to reach people with your videos, so Yeah. I don't know, I like the old YouTube a lot more because it was just people using shitty equipment doing shitty videos, like sitting in front of the camera. I mean, dude, I remember when vlogging was a new thing, or let's plays. I remember a friend of mine told me about it, and at first I was like, why? Why do you watch people play a game? Why don't you play it yourself? But then I made Let's Plays myself, and I started watching Let's Plays and stuff like that, and I got really into it. And I understood it. I understood what the appeal was. But yeah, I saw everything that happened because I was pretty much there since the beginning with YouTube. Not so much when it was a dating site, but yeah. Yeah, I think I started at least, I think I started 2006. I mean, the first video is from 2005, so I wasn't there from the very beginning, but I was there pretty early on. Had a channel where I later, you know, I created a channel, and then many years later I repurposed it and just ripped trailers from IGN and stuff like that and uploaded them to my channel as official trailers. Cause I didn't know. I didn't understand anything, you know, about YouTube that happened, and there was this machinima stuff and all that good shit. Yeah. But yeah, I did that, and funnily enough, it wasn't new trailers. I ripped like a StarCraft 2 trailer, for example, while the game was already out for many years. I was a dumb kid, okay? I don't know what I was thinking. But there was some good times. Some weird times, but good times. Yeah. And then around 2010-ish, I think, I actually managed to get a lot of traction on my Let's Plays because I think I was the first German YouTuber who made Animal Crossing Let's Plays in HD. I remember I bought an HD USB grabber and stuff like that, and I was the first who had at least did it with somewhat high standard of quality in Germany. There were English-speaking YouTubers that already did that way before me, but in Germany I was. And that's why my channel got a lot of traction and it was blowing up and grew. Before I deleted my channel out of panic, I'll explain it in a second, but I had, I think, almost 900 subscribers, which back then was a lot. It was a lot. And it was growing by hundreds a day, you know, and my views skyrocketed. I remember one of my videos had over, I think, 50,000. And that's But yeah, I panicked and deleted my channel because I was in school back then and I shit-talked my school in my videos, and unfortunately the principal of my school, as well as absolutely everyone in my school, learned about the fact that I was making videos on YouTube, and I was bullied and stuff like that, so it got worse, and before it could really get a lot more worse, I panicked and deleted my channel. I remember I made a video, an update video, where I said I'm gonna quit for now because of all the attention from my school and the principal and stuff like that. And for some reason my principal thought that I made a suicide letter with the video because I titled it like, I don't know, something like I'm gonna quit or something like that. And it wasn't stuff like it, you know, it wasn't worded in any shape or form like that, but for some reason she thought that, you know, I was suicidal for some reason. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's when I panicked and realized, okay, no, she's gonna completely misunderstand that stuff, and I panicked and deleted my entire channel. And I still regret it to this day, but maybe it's for the best. It took me many years to realize that maybe it was for the best that I deleted my channel for various reasons that I won't go into here because that would just explode in length, you know. It's just gonna pad out the video way too much than I already do by yapping. But yeah, I was an early YouTube creator and I like the time. I like the time a lot more than I like it the way it is today. Nowadays, it's just big companies doing high quality videos and stuff like that. While back then you had, you know, I remember when Nigahiga started out, and I watched all of his skits and stuff like that, like how to be ninja, how to be gangster and stuff like that. And that was so inspiring because I really wanted to do that too, but yeah, I had no one to, you know, hold the camera. And so I remember I saw in a German video that was similar to Nigahiga's videos that dude used a camcorder with the remote, and that blew my mind. I was like, damn, I need that right fucking now. But yeah, it was old YouTube. You could just sit in front of your camera and yap about random ass stuff and people would watch it. Maybe not like it, but they would at least watch it and engage with you in the comments and stuff like that. And nowadays it's just either a lot of bots, or you reach no one, or you reach someone and they just shit on you. Yeah. But mostly you reach no one. And that's a new thing for me. I tried to recapture my success, you know, from my first channel that blew up many years later, spanning over multiple years, and never managed to get anywhere close. I made, you know, game reviews, I made comedy shorts, I made time-lapse videos, drawing videos, I made all kinds of stuff. I even made an ASMR video once, believe it or not. Damn! I know. I made animations. I made all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I never really got anywhere. Which now I see as a positive, because ever since I started making music, you know, I realized being unknown actually has a lot of perks that aren't that obvious at first. But yeah, once you create content, you know what I'm talking about. You can say whatever you want. You're not gonna get any pushback because no one is watching videos. So yeah, that's definitely a big, huge perk of being unknown. Just, you know, being able to create content the way you want and not have to worry about how people take it, say stuff, or, you know, misconstrue what you said, or project their thoughts and feelings onto what you're saying and doing. So yeah. But yeah, back then I tried to recapture my success, but never got anywhere. And yeah, now I'm glad I never got anywhere, because I can express myself freely, and I don't have to worry about YouTube fucking me in the ass and stuff like that. Because if people don't know that I exist, then YouTube doesn't know either. Fuck you, YouTube. You still owe me money, I think, from back in the day. Fuck you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they still owe me money. I remember I withdraw over 50 bucks, 50 euros. That was a lot back then. And yeah, and then I deleted my channel and lost out on all the ads and stuff I had made in that time. Yeah, I'm getting way too off topic. Shut the fuck up, Basics. What the hell is wrong with you? Get to the video.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Let's Play Fallout 3 Uncut und Game of the Year Edition. Jetzt habe ich's verbockt. Egal, war schon okay so. Oh Gott.
Du bist ein recht kleiner Forscher.
Was sitzt denn da im Auto? Ist das eine Figur? Oh, tatsächlich. Hihihi. Ich gehe da lang. Nein, ich gehe da lang. Oh.
GTA games, great for exploring and urban myths and urban legends and ghost hunting and stuff. That's really cool. Yeah. Continue.
Things in Rockstar games that I can't. Maybe I could do a whole video on this, but this will take up the whole entire thing, so we're gonna move on. But I know Bully had some creepy things in it as well, and I love watching those videos. But if you know anything, please leave a comment, because I will go research that. Now we are moving on to Mortal Kombat 9. So I jumped off the Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, the jump scare.
Around like Mortal
Crypt
Kombat
jump scare
versus DC. I was an old school Mortal Kombat player. I used to play, I think it was called Alliance on the GameCube all the time. And
That's not old school.
I could never do the fatality.
Sir, that's not old school. You want to know what's old school? I played the first original Mortal Kombat game, but not on the, you know, the console it was released on. But instead I played on Game Boy. There was a Game Boy port. And it was shit. It was shit. But that's old school. That's old school, dude. That's with the things you played. That's not old school. That's maybe a little old school, but not fully old school. Well, I'm on the other hand, am almost fully old school. And truly old school is if you played the very first Mortal Kombat on the original console when it was released. But yeah, no, I played it on Game Boy. Yeah. So I'm not fully an old head either, but I'm more old school than you. There, I said it. What you gonna do about it, huh? Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I don't really play them anymore. No one really cares what I have to say, so we're just gonna move on. So
no, I care.
There was this place called the Crypt. You could go here and buy skins and cosmetics for your character.
I haven't played that version of the game simply because of the Crypt.
These developers put a
Crypt jump scare.
I don't know why they did that, to be honest. That's like,
I don't know either, and I hated them for them. Yeah.
I think my brother might have got jump scared by this, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that's just like a fleeting memory of someone else, a past life maybe. But you're just walking around the crypt, and then all of a sudden, this dude just jumps out. It's so cheap, but
yeah, and it's a 2D pop-up. Yeah, there it is.
I am so happy they did this because
I'm not
happy.
I
Also hurts
I
it,
hated
but
them.
It also makes it smile, so it's okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically it for this one. I know a lot of people, when I put the thumbnail picture on my community page, I know a lot of people were saying the MK9 crypt jump scare like changed the trajectory of their life.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I added this to the video. This one is a
Yeah,
pretty
it was. I mean, the game came out around the time, if I remember correctly, where the jump scares were put into all what felt like every YouTube video. Just these stupid ass pop-up jump scares. You know, we watch something and then just out of nowhere, bam, pop-up jump scare. And also, you know, during the time with Scary Maze game and stuff like that, it's just I hated that. That time made me so paranoid, and when I got jump scared for the first time by the game in the Mortal Kombat crypt thing, I quit. I quit the game immediately. I never touched it ever since, because I hated the creators for doing that, because they had no reason to do that, man. There was no reason, and the crypt was a vital part of the game. You know, you unlock stuff in there, so. Yeah, you couldn't just say, yeah, fuck it, I'm not gonna enter the crypt and just, you know, play normally. You couldn't do that. Otherwise, you couldn't progress. And that's, I really hated them for doing that, because that was completely unnecessary. On the other hand, a good pop-up jump scare that at least fits the vibe and kind of makes sense is in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the zombie map, what was the Alcatraz one? Mob of the Dead, I think. There's this Easter egg jump scare that only scares you once you know what you're looking for, you know, by zooming in a sniper rifle on the roof of the prison, by zooming it was it at the moon or something else? And then there's just his face pop-up jump scare. I think that fits. That's okay in my book. But the cheap 2D pop-up jump scare in the crypt of Mortal Kombat, that was just mean-spirited, man. I hated the creators for doing that. I still hate them. Not as much as I did back then, because pop-up jump scares don't bother me at all anymore, actually. But back then, that shit made me so paranoid, because it also happened a lot in YouTube videos, in random-ass YouTube videos for some reason. Yeah. It changed my life. Fucking Mortal Kombat, man.
famous one right here. So Arkham Knight is an awesome game.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of substance to my dialogue and tell
It's
you
probably
why
gonna
I
be
love
the
Arkham
man
Knight so
bat.
much. Besides the like Batmobile thing, which honestly I didn't really mind that much, the main part about Arkham Knight that I love so much is like the physics. There are so many just like ahead of their time physics in this game. If you drive the Batmobile into the side of a building, like you will rip that building up. In the way like everything.
I gotta admit, I've never really actively played Arkham Knight. I played Arkham Asylum, I played Arkham City, but I stopped with Arkham Origins, was it called? Because it was EA, I think, made that. Did they make that? I don't know. But yeah, a different team made that. And when Arkham Knight released, I wasn't interested anymore. I had my Batman fill, but I played some of it over the years, but yeah. It's you know, I skipped Origins and then I was out of the loop with those games and haven't been able to find my way back into them. It's just it was a perfect time when the first two games came out, and yeah, Arkham Knight took too long. It took too long, and then my interest was already gone. But yeah, I remember in Arkham City there was also a jump scare, you know, where you go into the boat thing, and there's this goon, I think, corpse thing, and it jump scares you because he's not actually dead yet. Scarecrow stuff. And in the first one, there was it a jump scare with the body bags? Yeah. It was a scarecrow jump scare when you open the body bags and your mother and your father are in there, and the third one there's a scarecrow and he jumps out at you. Yeah, and then you're dragged into this weird world where you gotta avoid his gaze. Which these games had some really strange, really strange encounters and stuff like that. It's kind of weird now that I think about it, but it was cool. It was cool. Those games were cool. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know much about Arkham Knight. I know of the man bat scare, but yeah, I haven't played that far, so I haven't seen myself in action, and I don't know what he's talking about the, you know, the physics and stuff, because I really did not manage to get into the game at all. I played, like I said, like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, and it just quit out. I wasn't interested in the game series anymore.
Interacts with each other, like once again the physics, even the rain physics, like it makes it so much. It's almost like the Half-Life 2 thing, because
what's impressive is that
every single thing has its own physics.
this game looks still so insanely good.
It's just grounding you into the world more, and I don't know why I'm talking about this anymore. Okay, I'll move on. Anyway, there's like a
all right, okay.
I'm pretty sure that if you grab a building,
and then there's
just a big ass mutated bat will just jump out and scream in your face. Why this happens, I have no idea, but it's funny.
I think, isn't it related to some missions in the game?
I love when games add these little touches to them. I don't know what developers are doing these days, probably making Suicide Squad, but I feel like these little touches just aren't there anymore. Like, I can't think of a game that has done this recently from a AAA developer. They're probably
also with the destruction
comments, but
environmental destruction and stuff like that.
This is,
I mean, Battlefield was known for that, you know, and they kind of stopped doing that. I don't know why. I want to see more stuff like that again, where you can just destroy everything, like in Red Faction. That was so cool. I think was the first one, or at least one of the Red Faction games. You could even destroy the ground and stuff like that. It was cool. You could basically explode holes into the goddamn earth, a tunnel your way somewhere. I don't know where you would go with that, because that wasn't the point of the game, but yeah, it was so cool. Why did they stop doing that? Sure, it was gimmicky in games like, you know, Battlefield and stuff like that, but I mean, not really. It could actually change the environment enough to give you an advantage or disadvantage during a firefight with a multiplayer mode against players. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it was too taxing for machines or stuff like that, but I don't think so, no. And I feel like a lot more games are dropping these very cool tiny details. I mean, in Oblivion you could kick around stuff, you know, by just walking over stuff, you know. In a shop you could just walk over stuff and put everything in disarray, and that stuff somehow it doesn't, no, they don't do that anymore. I remember it was so impressive in Amnesia: The Dark Descent that you could pick up stuff and throw it around and stuff like that. I was dumb. I don't know why, but I loved that. That was the reason why I started playing it, because I saw that you can pick up stuff and throw it around, and apparently that was good enough reason for me to pick up a game back then. But yeah, and then Machine for Pigs was released, and you can pick up shit. You can pick up shit. I was so mad and disappointed and frustrated, and I feel like it's getting a lot more like that. You know, small touches aren't really a thing anymore. I mean, Rockstar Games, for example, still does that a lot in their games, adding some really small touches you probably don't even notice at all, like ever. But the more you do that, the more it adds to the overall feeling of the game, you know? It makes it more alive, more interesting, and well thought out. And I don't know, modern games a lot just drop that sort of stuff. I mean, I get it. You gotta look at it from a standpoint of what makes sense and what doesn't, you know, where to sink in your money and where not to. And of course, small details don't make a game. The gameplay does, you know? If the gameplay isn't fun, then obviously spending all your money on small details isn't going to do you any favors. But I don't know, games aren't as polished anymore anyway nowadays. Back then you got a sort of finished game with minimal amount of bugs, and they spent their time, you know, polishing the game at the end. And now it feels like they don't do that anymore. I mean, they don't even fix the most of the bugs before release even nowadays. They put out a day one patch and stuff like that, but they don't even, and it feels like they don't go through the polish state at the end of working on a game anymore. I don't know why. I think they're doing a huge disservice to their own games if they don't do that. But yeah, it's weird. Also, I know this has nothing to do with that, but I want to mention that I think the entire Unreal Engine stuff is ass. It's fucking ass. I mean, you got ray tracing and shit like that, but I don't see any value in that. I mean, look at every goddamn Unreal game that's released nowadays. It looks all the same. It's lit the same way. It's stupid, man. I don't like it. Come on, bring back Baked in Light, because you know they put a lot of thought and care into, you know, designing areas in a way that looked interesting, that looked compelling, that looked nice, that looked good. But now they just, you know, put on fucking ray tracing and shit like that and realistic lighting, and just it's not curated at all. And that's so shit, man. That's also why I think personally, even though the graphics of the Oblivion remaster are great, the lighting, it sucks. It sucks. The lighting, it sucks, man. When developers had to work with baked and light stuff, you know, they had to make it count, because you don't want to bake it and then realize, damn, it's shit, and then have to fucking redo everything and then bake it again just to realize that it's still shit. You know, they had to make it count, and they fucking had to make it look interesting. But now they just slap it on, and I mean, there are areas in modern games that just, I play them and for some reason it's so fucking dark. It's so dark, I can't see shit. Even though I set my gamma and everything and the contrast and stuff like that the way they want me to. Crank up the shit until you don't see the symbol anymore. And I do that, and still I go into some areas and there's no light at all. And I'm like, where the fuck am I? I can't see shit. And then there are areas where you go outside and it's like, why is it so bright? Why is it so bright, man? I can't see shit. Yeah, I had to. I'm sorry, but I really had to rant about that. I don't like Unreal Engine games nowadays. They all look the same. It's ass. I don't like it. No. Bring back curated light baking shit. Make it interesting. Make it look good. Don't make it look realistic. Who the fuck cares? Cutscenes are lit in a specific way. Look at the lighting stuff from, for example, in cutscenes in Resident Evil. The lights jump around all the fucking time whenever there's a cut, because they make sure that everyone is lit nicely and it looks good, and it's not realistic at all. But who the fuck cares, man? I just want it to look good. I want it to look good. I want it to sound good. I want it to play good. I don't care about realism. I don't give a flying fuck about realism, man. I got real life for that, and I don't like real life, man. Give me good shit. Give me good lighting. Give me well thought out stuff and nice additions and touches, man. Don't give me the fucking half-baked ass bullshit where you just click on, yeah, ray tracing equals on, and then you just leave it and not, you know, fix issues that arise from that. It's fucking dumb. I hate it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm ranting about something completely unrelated, but I don't care. I just had to say it, man. Fuck Unreal Engine. Fuck it. Fuck ray tracing. Fuck and fuck everything else. And fuck me. And fuck me.
This is a great scare. If this happened to you, please let me know, because I would love to hear your story. I don't know why I said that like you're like a survivor of some sort. Like, let me hear your story. But please do tell in the comments. Now we are moving on.
Hell yeah.
Uno. So a little bit of background
information.
All right. So the first thing that ever made my YouTube account even think about getting 1,000 subs was this little thing called submechanophobia. Basically, I'm terrified of things in the water. That is like my shtick. I'm terrified.
Oh yeah, I heard of that.
In the water. That's just me. And what game does that the best? Subnautica. Subnautica.
Haven't played it yet, but I still plan on.
It is known as the Leviathan.
I hate these things. I hate things like that, man.
Body's huge. Live stream on this game probably about 2 years ago, and I encountered this guy. Me having submechanophobia, that was like a full-blown panic attack. This is a really big one. A lot of people talk about this from the curation I've done for this video. Tons of people are terrified of this thing, and it completely makes sense.
I'm not scared of mechanical stuff or just giant structures underwater, which I think submecha, whatever the shit, is that. I think, no, thalassophobia is the fear of the deep, I think. There's this thing, you know, there's an actual thing that, you know, the deeper you go, the bigger the fish and everything get for some reason. There's a word for that, but I don't remember right off the top of my head what it was. But yeah, that's what scares me. You know, giant creatures in the dark waters where you can't see shit. That's what scares me. I'm not scared of, I don't know, a sunk boat structure, not spooky, but creatures like, I don't know, the idea of the Leviathan, I don't know what it is, but the water stuff is just so creepy to me. You know, if the Leviathan would fly around outside the water, that wouldn't scare me. I don't care. It's just a flying monster demon creature. But underwater, I don't know what it is. Maybe because, you know, there is just so much resistance from the water itself. You can't really move around as freely as you can, you know, outside the water. And you can't really see well, you can't hear well, you can't feel well, because you feel so much water and everything, and maybe that's the reason, but it's a mix, because huge creatures in the dark are just scary to me. And there's this picture, I don't know if it's a real one, but I think it is, yeah, hold on, I think it is. There's a weird, like a whale or shark or something that has a mouth that's always like, And it just swims around until animals, for some reason, land into its mouth. But yeah, I think it can't even close the mouth. And that thing, I imagine that coming out of nowhere of the deepest, darkest part of the ocean and it's swallowing you up whole. Dude, that's fucking scary. That's so scary. And the idea of being swallowed by a giant ass thing like that is so scary to me. You land in its stomach and stuff like that in the dark, underwater. You can't see shit, you can't hear shit, you can't do shit. You're fucked. That's Jesus, man. Thoughts like that really, really scare me. Yeah. But I'm gonna play Subnautica for that exact reason, because I wanna be scared by giant ass stuff in the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean. But not by going there myself. No, I'm gonna do it in a game. Yeah, from the safety of my foreskin. Even though I don't have no foreskin anymore, because it was too tight. They had to cut it off, because I couldn't have a bone, because it hurt. It hurt. Yeah. It's the truth, by the way. Let's finish this video.
Comes out of nowhere. It's super huge, absolutely terrifying. In the depths of the ocean, just forget about it. Yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much. I was gonna say thank you so much for the support on the last video, but it flopped. So thank you to the people who did support it. How about we word it like that? I definitely didn't spend a week watching all these horrible Bunny Man movies and then editing it for the next like 3 or 4 days, but it's fine. But thank you so much for getting me to 100,000 subs. I would like to make my own video talking about this and how much this really means to me. So I will probably do that in the future. And yeah.
All right, cool.
I will not let this slow down. I will feed you boys. Good. All right, have a great day.
Hell yeah.
Later. Bye-bye.
Bye, Zerk. Goodbye. Don't put up... Okay, good. I was like, don't put a jump scare in there, because we talked about that. Yeah. Okay, he didn't. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, very good video. I really liked it. I think I knew everything, right? Yeah. No. Actually, the Red Dead Redemption stuff, like the ghost house, abandoned house, that I didn't know about, and some other stuff he had shown but not talked about, like the weird lady with the, what was it, green or yellow eyes? I don't know which color it was. But yeah, so I didn't know everything, so that's cool. That's cool. I learned something new. That's really cool. But also the video was very interesting, very intriguing, very nicely done. I liked it. Once again, Zerk coming here on with a goddamn banger, like I do when I pull up with a gun. Get it? The banger, like bang bang, like the gun, like bang bang bang. Yeah, I'm cool, right? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm gangster as fuck, bitch. But yeah, a good video, very good video. I liked it. I hope you liked it too. And I'm sorry for ranting about all kinds of stuff, especially the Unreal Engine bit. I'm not sorry for ranting. I'm just sorry for, I don't know, wasting your time. But I still stand by everything I said. Fuck Unreal Engine, man. Fuck it. Make it suck my dick. Right now! But yeah, this was the video Horror and Non-Horror Games by Zerk. Like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by Zerk. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell him man bat? More like man cock. Yeah. Tell him that, and obviously subscribe to him. He definitely deserves it. And in my comment section down below, tell me what you want me to react to next. Maybe another video by Zerk, maybe by someone else, about something else, for penis, whatever the shit. I don't care. Just let me know, yeah. But try to make it specific. Like, for example, give me a video title or something like that. Because if it's about a topic I'm not familiar with, I don't know what to look out for, right? I don't know what's good and what isn't. So help me out in that regard. Or I can pick out something myself, like I've been doing mostly on this channel so far. And so far, I'm having a good track record in that regard. I just pick random ass videos that look or sound interesting and just pray for the best. And so far, I'd say I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm having a lot of fun. Hell yeah. Or I can do both, whichever it is, whichever you prefer, let me know, and I'm happy to oblige either way. This has been the Small Penis Man. Small Penis Man out. My stomach acid is killing me, bruh. Fucking hate it. I fucking hate it, man. I gotta at least survive at max 2 months until the goddamn withdrawal symptoms and the rebound effect and stuff like that stops. It's not good. It's not good. I'm spitting acid. I'm spitting acid like a snake. Like, yeah. I'm like a scorpion, but gay. Even though I'm not gay. By gay, I mean happy. I'm not happy, but I'm gay. Wait, no, hold on, I'm not gay. I'm not gay though. I wish I was. I'd have a lot more options and it would be a lot easier to find a partner, but I'm not gay. I'm not. And women don't like me. I wonder why. I don't know. I mean, I'm the perfect human being. What else could you want? There's nothing better than me. I am a god. I am the god. You're just peasants. You goddamn ants. And I am a fucking celestial being. A cosmic entity like no other. That's me, Aceox. Yeah, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know. Huh, women, am I right? High five, bitches. Woo! Yeah! Bye.